What's up, everyone? This is part 3 of my ranking every Skillet song from worst to best. I'll be going through these songs a little bit faster because there's still a lot to go through. I do have to say there's a new song that just came out, Dreaming of Eden. It's for their graphic novel, and I would put it around 73 and a half, in between 74 and 73, just because otherwise it'll mess up the list. But that's where I would put it. Anyways, let's get into the top 45 songs, starting with Earth Invasion at 45 from Alien Youth. This is a great song, a lot of great riffs, great chorus. Definitely a good song to start off this list. 44 is Fingernails from Collide. This is one of their heaviest songs that they've ever put out, and I just think it deserves a high spot on the list. It's a great song. 43 is Kill Me Heal Me from Alien Youth. Another heavy track, a lot of great vocals and fun lines, and it's just a great energy, a lot of good stuff in the song. 42 is Fire and Fury from Rise. I really like how melodic the song is and how original it is. Really shows how dynamic Skillet can be with their stuff. 41 is How Deep the Father's Love for Us from Ardent Worship. It's a great, old, kind of like modern hymn. I guess it's not very old, but they have a nice version of it. I really like what they do with the song. 40 is Yours to Hold from Comatose. It's a great power ballad, kind of love song. Just always been one of my favorite slow songs from them. 39 is Open Wounds from Collide. Just a really great, emotional, heavy-hitting song. A lot of great guitar parts and stuff. 38 is Dead Inside from Awake Deluxe. I think this should have been on the regular album because it's definitely one of the highlights. It's got a great riff. The verses have this nice double bass thing going on, and the chorus is like this really epic, big sound. I love it. 37 is Rest from Invincible. Again, one of my favorite slow worship stuff that they've done. Great lyrics and vocals and just this nice atmosphere of kind of this electronic stuff. 36, It's Not Me, It's You from Awake. A great, just like feel-good rock song. A lot of fun. I remember singing this so many times when the album came out in any situation because it just works. It's pretty funny. 35 is Circus for a Psycho from Rise. This has some of the best guitars, guitar solo riffs and stuff like that. It's just a lot of fun, and I love what they did with the song. 34 is Victorious from the new album Victorious. I think that the song is definitely one of the standout tracks. I love how it kind of returns to this old school strings, Skillet sound. That's why I like it, and the chorus is just very well written. 33 is Salvation from Rise. This is kind of like Victorious. It sounds like their classic Skillet sound, but I do like how Jen is kind of put in the spotlight. She sings the verses. This is kind of her solo song. And I really love the guitar solo and everything that the song does. 32 is Gasoline from Skillet. Classic grunge song from their first album. Just so many great parts of this song. The chorus is really well written with some fun melodies. Just one of those songs that I'd love to hear live. It's one of my all-time favorites. 31 is A Little More from Collide. I really am a fan of some of their slower stuff, and this one has some great melodies and nice, clean guitar riffs and stuff like that. It's just a very emotional ballad. I just love the song. 30 is Rise from Rise. Great title track, great way to open off the record. I love the chanting, Rise and Revolution parts, and it's just a great song. I think the song has been very successful in their career. 29 is Back to Life from Victorious. This is the last song off the record, and I really love the song. I think it does a great job closing the record out. It's real heavy, sounds like something from Collide or Comatose. And then it has the fun outro, kind of like The Resistance does. 28 is Alien Youth from Alien Youth. This is another great title track. A lot of these are coming up now. But just a classic song, got a lot of fun electronic sounds and fun chorus, and just a classic song that I have always loved. 27 is More Faithful from Hey You, I Love Your Soul. This is has such great lyrics, such a meaningful song, and definitely a great slow kind of worship song. And it's interesting musically, a lot of weird chords and changes in the instrumental after the second chorus to the last one is just really nice and builds up great. 26 is Those Nights. I think lyrically this song really is kind of a nostalgic song. It makes me think of anyone that's important in my life, like my wife, my best friends, my family. It just makes me think of all the times that we've had together, and that's why it's a special song to me. 25 is My Obsession from Collide. Real nice, heavy song. A lot of great riffs. There's so many different ones on the song, and a nice chorus and all the vocals to go along with it. Just a great song. 24 is Locked in a Cage from Hey You, I Love Your Soul. Definitely my favorite off the album. The sound of it sounds very mature for the album. It almost sounds like their newer stuff. And I just think that this is one of their best well-written songs in their old school era. 23 is Save Me from Victorious. This is my favorite song off the new album. I think it's my favorite because it sounds very reminiscent of something from Comatose. It doesn't sound overdone, it sounds original, but it has kind of that good rock, kind of epic sound to it, so that's why I like it a lot. 22 is Imperfection from Collide. Definitely one of their more underrated songs that not too many people talk about, but the riffs and the chorus and the message behind the song is really impactful, and I've always loved this song a ton. 21 is Lucy from Awake. This is such a sad and emotional end to the album, the normal album if you don't have deluxe. And I can't even listen to the song without getting a little bit emotional. It's really well written, and I think they did something very unique with this song. Number 20 is The Resistance from Unleashed. Great way to end the album. I think it's better than Back to Life because it did it first. And the chorus is stronger, and everything about it is just a really catchy song, but yet it's heavy, and it's got that surprise outro, which is really fun. 19 is Best Kept Secret from Invincible. My favorite song from Invincible. I think that the song has a great sound to it, got a lot of fun parts to it. Mainly the chorus is just so catchy, it'll stay stuck in your head for a long time, and this is just one of my favorites from their old stuff. 18 is Falling Inside the Black from Comatose. Another underrated song. I think this has always been one of their best. So many great guitar parts, and the chorus that is just this like emotional cry out. It's such a great song and definitely one of their classics. 17 is Not Gonna Die from Rise. I think that this song could be higher. As far as musically, it's really well done. I just think that it sounds like some of their older stuff with strings, and there's some that are better than it. But it is in the top 20. It's well deserved of the spot. It's a great, well-written song. That's why it's 17. 16 is Stars from Unleashed. Probably one of my favorite worship stuff. I think there's one more that's higher. That's a slow worship song. Just great lyrics, great melodies. Everything about the song does it right. And it's just been one of my all-time favorites ever since I heard it. 15 is Better Than Drugs from Comatose. A great, heavy song with this interesting lyrics, the analogy of, better than drugs. and it has such great guitar parts and it's a great guitar solo, and then the vocals are so strong on the song. One of my favorites. 14 is "You Are My Hope" from Alien Youth. This is my favorite slow worship song by them. Some people might think it sounds dated because of the way it sounds, kind of like 90s worship stuff. But to me, it's a timeless song. I always listen to this song, and it just makes me feel a whole lot better. And it's such a great song, very underrated in my opinion. It's always been one of my favorites. 13 is another underrated song, probably the most underrated song in my opinion, is "I Can" from the first album, Skillet. This is my favorite song off the record. It's such a great journey from the beginning to end. Great heavy parts, great slow parts, very dynamic. And the bridge to the last chorus does something incredible with the lyrics. And if you haven't listened to it yet, listen to it with the lyrics and understand what it's saying. It's such a powerful song. 12 is "Forsaken" from Collide. A perfect way to start the album. Super heavy, great riffs, super strong vocals. He's screaming half the song. Just a fantastic song. Makes me really feel the passion in the music. 11 is "Sick of It" from Rise. Just a great heavy song. Real catchy riffs, catchy chorus. This is like the ultimate catchy, heavy song that they've written. And I love the lyric idea of being tired of something, just saying I'm sick of it and letting go. Number 10, we're in the top 10. This is "Collide" from Collide. One of my favorite all-time intros that they've ever done with the strings. And this song just has this like ethereal, like epic sound to it that is nowhere in any other song. I just love it. Number 9 is "The Last Night" from Comatose. This is a great song with strings and piano and the guitars and the epic chorus. This is just like what you would expect. One of the first songs you hear by Comatose, by Skillet in Comatose. Just a classic song. Number 8 is "Out of Hell" from Unleashed. This is probably one of the big surprises that's this high. But this is one of my favorites. Definitely the best off the record in my opinion. It's super heavy, super strong track, and I just love everything about the song. I replayed it to death. Alright, all the next songs are amazing. It was hard to rank them, but I'm just going to shoot through them. These are my favorite songs. Number 7 is "Hero" from Awake. Just a great song, great opening song to the record. Everything about it is just done really well. Can't say anything more about the song. It's just a perfect Skillet song. Number 6 is "Monster" from Awake. The second song off the record, just right after "Hero." Their biggest song, most successful song, and I think it deserves it. It's a great rock song, and the lyrics are also very impactful and very good when you realize what it's talking about. Number 5 is "Awake and Alive" from Awake. This is my favorite song off the record, just barely above the last two I mentioned because it is so perfect with the strings and John and Jen back and forth. It's just this epic song. Number 4 is "Savior" from Collide. I think that this song is underrated and it's definitely the best off the album. I love it. It's a super powerful song, super emotional song, and it's always been one of my favorites. Number 3 to number 1, these are the best of the best. I'm just going to say them because this is how I feel like it is, but I could make a case for each of them being my favorite. Number 3 is "Comatose." Number 2 is "Rebirthing." And number 1 is "Whispers in the Dark." I can barely make up my mind which one is the best. I'm going to say "Whispers in the Dark" is my favorite. It has always been my favorite, but those three are pretty much at the very top. Those are the classic songs that I've always loved. So I hope you enjoyed the series of videos. It's been a lot of fun to make. Those 3 songs are my favorite just because they are the epitome of Skillet. They have such a great sound to it, and they have such great lyrics. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed these videos, and I will see you later. Peace.